yeah, it is a really weird time at the moment. There has been a lot of manifestation stuff, a lot of shifting stuff, a lot of planetary, like crazy shit, really. I think it's the only way. And it's, you know, last week we did kind of more gentle core awareness. And today we're coming back to our just, boom, get in there. You love it. Give me that face. So let's just sit with eyes closed. I'm just taking a moment to drop from mind into body. Just knowing that when we have this strength of self, this strength of the core, we have the strength, the confidence, the ability to move through all these really difficult times, to hold space for ourselves. So just take your focus to the solar plexus. Maybe you can put your hand onto the solar plexus if you want, so just underneath the ribs, under the sternum. And breathe into this space. Recognize if you're holding any tension there. It's a space that we can really block. We can really hold stuff from moving into the heart. So as you breathe, does that space feel like it's blocking, holding, or does it feel free on a physical and energetic level? As you breathe into this space, does it bring up any sensations in the body, any thoughts in the mind? We continue with the focus onto this space, onto the solar plexus. You can keep your hand to your tummy if you want for this. We're going to start just with a little bit of Kapalabhati pranayama. Are you guys all familiar with, happy with your Kapalabhati? Yeah. Excellent. So find your own pace. We'll do 3 rounds of between 30 and 50 breaths. I'll sort of count you in. So take a full deep breath in to start. So really filling up the belly. And then empty your lungs. Full deep breath out. Then inhaling to halfway and begin. Good. And slowing it down. Just coming back to a natural breath. So move into the second round, so taking a gentle breath in and begin. and slow it down. So this last round, see if you can find just a little bit more speed, go a little bit faster with this one. So inhaling to halfway and begin. And slow it down. Bring your hands to rest onto your knees. Move into a gentle Sufi grind. So on your inhale, bringing the chest forwards. Exhaling, circle around to the right and back. Inhaling left and forwards. So really focusing on that solar plexus area as you move. Each time we access this space, we use the solar plexus, the diaphragm, working through Uddiyana Bandha. We start to ignite that fire in the belly. So really moving from that space as we start to shift any blockages. Good. And then we're going to change direction. So circling anti-clockwise. Start to make the circles just a little bit bigger. Really starting to melt that fascia through from the feet all the way up to the neck, the shoulders. Coming back to the center. Finding stillness for a moment. Again, focus back to the solar plexus and to the breath. Gently open your eyes. Come to lying on your back. Have your knees bent, feet flat to the mat. Just take a moment to do a little check-in with your spine. We're looking for a neutral position of the spine. So you feel the lower spine touching to the mat, that gentle curve as the lower back, that arch of the back lifts away from the mat. And then the upper back again rested onto the mat. And we're going to keep that position of the spine as we work, or ideally we're going to keep it as we work into this. So find that little connection through Mula Bandha and gently pulling the tummy button back towards the spine and up towards the rib cage. And then lift your feet off the mat. So your shins are parallel to the floor. You want your knees on above your hips and that 90-degree angle in the knees. If you want to make this a bit harder, you can take your arms over your head. If you want a bit more support, you keep them down by the side of your body. So keeping the knees at this 90-degree angle. On the exhale, you're going to tap the right toe to the floor. So the movement comes from the hip. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, tap the left toe down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling, tap the left toe down. Inhaling up. So just keep moving with your breath, 3 more on each side. Making sure this movement comes from the hip rather than the knee. Just feeling gently into your core as it starts to hold. Also keeping that neutral position of the spine so the back's not wiggling around. Last one on each side. And then we're going to move straight into double toe taps, so both toes at once. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Again, be mindful as you tap the toes that the lower back doesn't lift away from the mat. And keeping in that neutral alignment. Three more. And when you finish, hug your knees in towards your chest. Just allowing the lower back to flatten to the mat and relax. So just breathing so you feel your tummy press into your thighs as you breathe. And then taking the legs straight up towards the ceiling, hamstrings allowing. And this time flex the feet. Again, taking the arms overhead is harder. Arms down by your side gives you a little bit more support. So finding that neutral position of the spine again. Gently holding tummy button back towards the spine. And on the exhale, lower the right leg, keeping the leg straight towards the mat. Don't let it touch. Inhaling, lift it back up. Exhaling the left leg down. Inhaling up. Keep moving with your breath. Really being aware that the spine stays completely stable and still. Two more on each side. And when you've finished, hug your knees in towards your chest. And completely relaxing the tummy. And then extending your legs back up towards the ceiling. Flex the feet. So keeping the feet active here. Hug the legs together. We're going to move both legs at once. If you notice that your spine starts to wiggle around, don't take the legs down quite as low. It really is about keeping that neutral alignment of the spine. So nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, lowering both legs down towards the mat, take them as low as you can, keeping that alignment. Inhaling, come back up. Exhaling, lower them down towards the mat. Inhaling, come back up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. 3 more. Being slow as you inhale and lift the legs back up. Keep the movement controlled. So on this next one, we're going to lower the legs halfway down and hold it there. So as you exhale, lower them halfway down and hold. So if you can keep the jaw soft, keep pushing through the feet, keeping that neutral alignment of the spine. Inhaling, come back up. Hug your knees in towards your chest. So this next one, we're going to have the legs straight up towards the ceiling again, and we're going to twist side to side. So the arms go out to the side, shoulder height with the palms up or down, whichever is more comfortable for you. Hug the legs together, flex the feet. So we need to make sure what tends to happen when we do this is the legs, the hips try and take over and the ankles will kind of slide away from each other. We're trying to keep, imagine your ankle bones are fused together. So we're keeping the legs completely together like one. So taking a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to twist over to the right side and see if you can tap your toes to your finger. And then inhaling, come back up. Exhaling, twist to the left side. So keeping the ankles together, inhaling, come back up. Exhaling over to the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling over to the left. Inhaling up. Keep moving with your breath. Make sure those ankle bones are fused. The hips try and kind of swing out for this. They try and cheat a little bit. So keep the feet together. Keep those 2 bones together. Yeah, should I stop? And stop where it starts to lift, but you see how those are pushed up there. There's 2 more on each side. I'm not going to make you hold this one halfway, don't worry. Last one. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Do a little rock from side to side. Bring your hands onto the backs of your thighs and rock yourself up and down a few times. So just massaging the spine on the mat. And then we'll come all the way up and come onto all fours. So moving straight into your cat cow. Then keeping the focus on the solar plexus. Feeling into spaces. Does it feel like it's stuck? Feeling it as you release, as you inhale, as you exhale. And then circling it. So while it's important to be able to strengthen and hold, create strength in that space, it's equally important to be able to let it go, to be able to relax. Good, and change the direction of your circles. And then coming back to a neutral position, walking your hands forward and hands length, tuck your toes under, and stretch back to your downward dog. And just allowing any tension to release from the shoulders, from the neck, from the jaw. And then walk your feet to the top of the mat. So coming into Uttanasana, allowing the head to hang. Find that imaginary block between the thighs, that connection to the midline. Grip the imaginary block and then walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. And then walk the hands over to the left side. Come back to the center. So bring your hands onto the backs of your hips, lift into a flat back. And as you inhale, come up to center. Bring your arms down by your side into that. Inhaling, floating your arms up, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana, bringing the hands back alongside the feet. Inhaling, lift to your flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga, or east chest and chin. Inhaling, Ardha Makrishvanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Makrishvanasana, and hold. Inhaling, step forwards, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, Ardha Makrishvanasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Makrishvanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Makrishvanasana, and come back to your breath. Inhale, step forwards, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, Ardha Makrishvanasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling, lift to your flat back. Exhale and step back to plank. So holding it here, find that grounding, that stability through the feet, connection to Mula Bandha to Uddiyana Bandha. So we're going to be lowering down to the forearms and lifting back up to plank. So taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, lower the right elbow and then the left. Inhaling, come up, right and left. Exhaling, left down, then right. Inhaling, left up, then right. Good. So keep moving opposites. Right, left, down, right, left, up. Left, right, down. Left, right, up. Good. Right, left, down. Right, left, up. Left, right, down. Left, right, up. One last set on each side. Try and keep the hips steady. Keep that connection to the feet so we're not wiggling around. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, back to downward dog and hold it here. Half step forward, come into your flat back. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, open Hastasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward to Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhaling, bring the right knee towards the right elbow, coming forwards into a plank. Inhaling, take it back. Exhaling, right knee to left elbow. Inhaling, take it back. Exhaling, right knee to right elbow. Inhaling, back. Exhaling to left elbow. Inhaling back. Exhaling to the right elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhaling, come forwards, three-legged chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, float the left leg up. Exhaling, left knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale to right. Inhale back. Exhale to left. Inhaling back. Exhale to right. Inhale back. Exhale left. Inhale back. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale, come forwards, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold it here. Come back to your breath. Inhale, step forwards, coming to your flat back. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, Ardha Hastasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back to plank. Bring the feet together. Roll onto the outside edge of the right foot, taking the left arm up, coming into side plank. Hold it here and gently float the left leg. Then step that left foot back, Open the hips and the heart up towards the ceiling, coming into wild thing. Feel that stretch through the tummy. As you inhale, come through side plank to plank. Beautifully controlled. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, come forwards to plank, bring the feet together. So roll onto the outside edge of the left foot and take the right arm up. Take a minute and just float that right leg. Push through the feet. Good. And then step the right foot back, opening hips and heart towards the sky. And breathe. And as you inhale, come through side plank to plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold. Just coming back to the breath. On your inhale, step forward, come into your flat back. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standard Ardha Hastasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. So we're going to heel toe the feet slightly wider than hip distance. Take kind of wide, comfortable stance. We're going to come into our, my brain's just gone this morning, what it's called. Now we Kriya, Uddiyana Bandha. Brain. So are you all familiar? Are you all kind of confident with this? Are you familiar? Have you done this one? So when we're exhaling down, coming back up, Jeff's a genius at this one. Yeah, sucking it all in. The one where you feel like you're drowning. Yeah. I know. One of my students last week, I asked her what to do, and she just went. I was like, okay, you got it. Yeah, that one. So, are you familiar with it somehow? Done it once, okay. So, you guys know we've done it loads. So, what we're going to focus on, the more you do it, the more it makes sense. But you're keeping a softness to the knees. And when you fold forwards, you let the spine round and you squeeze every last drop of air out. When you get to the bottom and you think you've breathed out, do a, I mean, be audible, it's fine. Get every last bit out because you get more of this suction. When you come back up, you do chin to chest, we lock Jaladhara Bandha and do chin to chest and come up. It's quite a quick action. And as you're coming up, just gently pull the tummy button back and see if you can get that suction. Yeah, exactly. I'm drowning. No, so lovely. Hold for as long as you can. And when you need to breathe, you probably end up snorting through your nose as you do so. It kind of is a moment. But breathe when you need to breathe. Such a graceful practice, isn't it, sometimes? Kriyas are just a whole nother level. So, soften to start with, just soften the belly. Take a full breath in. And now exhale, rounding down. So squash every last bit out. Then chin to chest and come up. Just hold for as long as you can. When you need to release, don't panic.
It's the panic, isn't it?
Yeah, it really, really is. How are you getting it, Summer?
Yeah, just about
Yeah. It's a weird, it kind of goes against everything that we're trained to do normally. So this time, if you've got it, and if it feels like you're like, yeah, in zone, if you want to try the pumping, yeah? So you just, all of the banders. Good question. So what happens, because that suction's happening with the other bander, is that automatically ties in with Muller, and then we lock chin to chest, which obviously then puts down the Tara bander, and so you then got this really kind of like, whoa, intense moment going on, and then to release, just as Stuart Gilchrist puts it, I quite like it, it's a tap. It's like a tap, you turn it on and off throughout your practice. Just tap on and let it out. Yeah? Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale down. To get the last drop of air out. And when you're ready, chin to chest and come up. And breathe when you need to breathe. Getting dizzy is fine. So Summer, try coming up quicker when you come up. Try doing that. And then pull the tummy button back and up as you come. One last time. Let's go. Make it a big one. Nice breath in. Exhale down. Squeeze that air out. Chin back and up. Come back up to standing. And the legs together, come into Tadasana. Close your eyes. Take a moment and feel. Soften for a moment in your mountain pose. Normally it's quite a strong, just soften. Soften the belly. Gently open your eyes. On your inhale, sit down to Uttanasana. So feeling that connection to the bandhas. Exhale, forward fold to Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, Chaturanga, release chest and chin. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the right foot forwards, left heel to the mat. Take the arms out wide as you come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, three-legged chaturanga if you want to. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forward, the right heel grounds to the mat, take the arms up. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and come back to your breath. Inhaling, step forwards, coming to your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana. Front ribs in. More. Good. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold to Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, step the right foot forward again, Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, folding halfway forwards, twist over to the right, flip the left elbow over the right knee, keeping that left foot down. Yeah, making it hard. And breathe. Again, focusing on that solar plexus area. We're twisting into this, breathe into it and find space. And a long exhale to release and deepen the twist. Grounding through the feet as you inhale, come back up to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forwards, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, fold halfway forwards, twisting over to the left. So hook the right elbow. So here we ground deep through that right foot. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Allow for that movement in the belly. Using your bandhas to hold that length. Inhaling, come back to your warrior 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana and hold it. Inhaling, step forwards, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to Namaste. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana, so Vidyana Bandha down, really strong. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. We're trying to avoid duck fluff in chair pose. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. On your inhale, right foot forwards again, Virabhadrasana 1. Then straighten the front leg, so hug into the midline. Take a nice deep breath in and lengthen up. And as you exhale, fold forwards, taking the arms out to the side, so come halfway forwards. Inhaling, connect to the bandhas, lengthen again, and exhale, twist to the right, so bringing that left hand onto the outside edge of the right foot, and the right arm up towards the ceiling. Paragritta Trikonasana. Both legs straight as we create that lovely triangle. Connecting to the feet, through the core, hugging that imaginary block between the thighs. Good. Then bend your front knees. You inhale, come back up to your warrior 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forward, so warrior 1 on this side. And then straighten the front leg. So really connect to your midline. Lengthen as you inhale. And exhaling, take the arms out to the side and fold halfway forwards. Push through the feet, connect to the midline, hug in through the bandhas. And on the exhale, twist over to the left side. So much going on internally. So we're really working from this core, from inside out. And then the out actually works more efficiently. When we let the core go, the out doesn't work so well. You don't get as deep. Really got bend into the front knee. Inhale, come back up to your warrior one. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold it here. On your inhale, step forwards, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana, bandhas. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to Namaskar. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana. Exhaling, swan dive forwards, Uttanasana, hands alongside the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the right foot between the hands, high lunge this time. As you exhale, fold halfway forwards, transition into Virabhadrasana 3, arms out to the side. Good, push through that back foot, nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, twisting to the right, lowering the left hand down towards the mat, and the right arm up towards the ceiling. Stay light on your fingertips. Holding from the core. That midline, that core connection moves right the way up from the foot, all the way up through the center of the body to the crown of the head. Now on your inhale, step gracefully back to your high lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. If I say the word gracefully, it makes you think graceful. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forward, so coming into your high lunge. Exhaling, transition to Virabhadrasana 3, arms out to the side. So inhale, lengthen, connect to your core, and exhale, twist over to the left side. So the right hand comes to the mat. No, the left hand comes to the mat. Oh no, you're on the other leg. You're on your right leg. You're going to be on your left leg. You're on the correct leg. Sarah's on the wrong leg. I'm having right and left issues. Inhale, gracefully step back, so we move from the core with grace. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Everybody always laughs when I say step gracefully back. But actually, when we say gracefully and then we think gracefully, it starts to make us move gracefully. We move with a little more control, a little more awareness. And on your inhale, step forwards, come into your flat back. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to Namaskar. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the right foot forwards, high lunge. Exhaling, come forwards, Virabhadrasana 3. Again, take your arms to the side. As you inhale, lengthen and connect. And exhale, fold forwards, coming into a standing split. So the hands come to the floor. That left leg goes up towards the ceiling. See if you can walk the hands back and hold on to the standing leg. Hold from your core. It's amazing the strength and the stability that comes when we access this core. Now on your inhale, slowly step back gracefully to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. You see those sounds? Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left foot forwards, come into your high lunge. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 3, arms out to the side. Connect to your core. So you're still lifting the waist away from the hips, and as you exhale, fold, come into your standing splits. Play around and taking the hands to the standing leg. And then access the core and step back lightly to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold it there. On your inhale, step forward, come into your flat back. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees on your inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to Namaskar. And now I'm going to go completely off piece with what we were going to do. So, we want a blanket each as well for this. This is fun. We're going to do jump throughs, but we're step throughs. So this really uses the core. So you need some bricks. Dan, you need one more. Some of you need two. And I need two. So have you done this prep for jump throughs back before? We did it years ago at the leisure centre. Have you done these? It's fun. So we come off the mat for this because you're going to need to give it a slide. Hence the, yeah. Yay! Yay for Monday morning. This is not what we were going to do, this is what we're going to do now. I'm so excited. And I'm terrible at this, I'm not going to lie. This is not my strong point. So so the blanket is to slide our feet onto. What we're going to be doing, in theory, blocks are your friend, and they will help. Traditionally, normally you do this in an Ashtanga class, in particular, without blocks. But that's a superhuman. I'm going to practice for 2 hours a day. I'm going to practice strength. I don't have. So we're going to use blocks, and the blocks are there. We're going to come into a plank. What we do is we come forwards and we use the block to slide. Yeah, so we lift up and then we cross and we come back through. Going back is much harder, can I just tell you, than coming through. Yeah, so you kind of cross the feet at the ankles and push forwards. The hips stay off the floor, and then you cross them and push back. So come into your plank to start with, and we'll talk through it. I'm going to do it like this. So we start in our plank. Not, you want to go a little bit. I mean, no, you just need the hands at your shoulder distance.
You're on your knees
side of the hip.
towards your shoulders, right? Keep the knees.
Yeah. You are tucking up very tight into a very tight little ball. So from here, you come forward and you're going to cross, tuck, and then come forward. Keep your hips lifted.
My house is so short.
So common. Can't do it, the body's too long. It's like, no, it's
I'll do it like that, maybe.
So then, Summer, cross. Cross the legs, you do kind of jump back. And then going back is so much harder. So much harder. Yeah. Cross the ankles. The mat's going to swivel around underneath you, and then let it swing. And cross, go, 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 go. Got it, got it.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Tummy. That song came into my head. I'm only going wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to fold, not wiggle, jiggle. Like that weird little internet song. It's really hard. How are you finding it? Yeah, so the get back through is a lot harder. Yes, cross, tuck, tuck, yeah. Yeah. Like that, but just keep practicing. It's one of those crazy, crazy things. Then you try, then you take the blocks away, and you're like, what? How?
Do you keep really come back through?
Just staying in a plank. You're in a strong plank. You're coming back through, because otherwise you're collapsing at the core. All of this is coming from, if you move down to Idiana Bandha, because you're trying to get that up action. So you're lifting up. And I am no expert at this, trust me. The theory behind it, I get. The practice is hard, but you're staying up. There's a rule of the way, isn't there? Move that the way. You're staying up in your plank, because then you're coming up, 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 and you've got to lift and tuck, 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 and through. Yeah, so keep that. Well, yeah. Yeah, you've got to, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to
Like
tuck.
you're almost kind of lifting up into hands.
Yeah, yeah, you are. Because then, what this
Sometimes
does,
you do those.
if you, because it does go into a float back and a float through, and it does go into a semi-handstand. So you don't not even that high, but yeah, tuck up, tuck up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But going back is much harder. Yes, yes, yes.
My ankles are twisted.
Yeah. Blame your ankles. Yeah, you can just put socks on and do it.
I'm trying to stop my back.
Yeah. Cross, 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 yes. Go, go, go. Bunny hops if you need to a little bit. Get in. Yeah. So through is fine. Back. Over. Yeah. Close. That was a bit enthusiastic. It's because I was watching you go, yes. How's it feeling? Hard.
It's like you just said be graceful, and this is like the least graceful thing I could possibly try and do.
Yeah, I know. You should try being the one teaching it when you're not that good at it either. You're like, oh, I've got to somehow or other make this look okay. You're like, ugh. But the thing is, it's practice. All we're doing, and that's why it is a yoga practice. It isn't a yoga perfect. You know, it is a yoga practice. And we take it too damn seriously sometimes. And it's like, you know, what are we doing? We're playing on a mat. We should be playing on a mat. Otherwise, it would be too. And so, what if it doesn't feel graceful? You're like, okay, well, what's going on? Feel into it. And often, it really is that. It's that uplifting. You know, it's heavy, and we feel down, and all of a sudden it bunches up. So when you get to that middle point, you're like, okay, what can I do? Suck up. It's like when we do a step through from downward dog, stepping forwards, and you're like, how do I get my foot between my hands? It's that same lifting up and creating space, and it's cool. it's all core, it moves from the core, but even just trying to access it and trying to bring awareness to it changes your entire practice, you know, and the rest, you know, the grace, the perfection, that thing that we're all striving for, it's a byproduct. It comes with the practice, but it's that awareness. It's like, okay, and after a while, you're like, it's feeling good. This feels nice. It feels nice, but it's a fun thing to do should you be wishing to practice things like that. And you can do it just with some blocks and some socks, but don't try and do it on a sticky mat because you'll feel like a total failure. But it's tough, you know, and it's why when we go into Ashtanga classes, the teacher used to say to me, she's like, just do it, just keep doing it. And she was such a nice teacher, but she really got us like, just do it. And eventually it would come. And I wasn't doing it because I had that idea of it needing to be perfect. You know, I needed to be perfect. I needed my practice to be perfect. So therefore I couldn't do it. So, and actually it doesn't matter. We do it imperfectly. It's fine. What matters is that we just give it a go. It's fine. So we've not finished yet. A bit more core. So we're going to come into boat pose. A lovely little familiar Navasana sequence. So hands to the backs of the thighs, sitting up nice and tall. Arms out to the side, palms facing up. And just gently draw the head of the arm bones back in. So here, find that little connection to your bandhas and then lean back. If you want to, you can then lift the legs. So shins parallel to the floor to start with. If you straighten your legs in boat pose, what we're avoiding is that we're going up. Yeah. And hold and breathe. A nice deep breath in and release. So coming back into Navasana as we move from Navasana to Ardha Navasana. We're taking a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, we now straighten the legs, lower them towards the mat, come halfway down, lower back to the mat. Inhaling, come back up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. This movement coming from the core. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Inhale up. On this next one, exhale back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up again. So from here, crossing left leg underneath, right leg on top. Other right leg on top. So confused. Taking the right hand behind you on the mat. Inhale, taking the left arm up. And as you exhale, twist around to the right. So rooting down through the sitting bones, inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, turn the gaze over the right shoulder. Feel that flow of the breath. A little lift of the Uddiyana Bandha, helping you find that little bit more length and support through the spine. And inhale, come back to face forwards. So crossing that right leg on over the top. So you bring the knees stacked on top of each other. Inhaling, take the arms up. And exhale, fold forwards. Again, hear that little lift through Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. when we have tightness in our bodies and we stretch to release it, it's up to us to move that energy, that blocked energy. We have to be the ones shifting it, otherwise we're just dumping into it. So actively move it. Shift it with the breath. Shift it with intention. And then slowly coming back. Change the cross of the legs. Taking the left hand behind you on the mat. Inhaling, take the right arm. And exhale to twist. So push down through the sitting bones, which activates Mula Bandha. Inhale, lengthening up. And exhaling, turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Inhaling, come back to face forward. So crossing that left leg back, step the knees one on top of the other. Inhale, taking the arms up, so lifting waist up out of the hips. And exhale to fold. Your inhale, come back up to sitting. So here we're going to find a comfy cross-legged position. We're going to finish the last 5 minutes in meditation. So use your blanket, use a block. Sitting with the hands rested onto the backs of the knees or into your lap. If you want to, you can bring the hand back to the solar plexus. Breathing into that space, again feeling. Allowing the diaphragm to soften and move. Allowing the belly to move freely. Buddha did not have a six-pack and a flat tummy. He allowed his belly to move. Bring your hands in front of your heart center into prayer. A moment here just to thank this body and acknowledge its strength. So often we just acknowledge the weakness, the bits we don't like. Say thank you. And then we'll close chanting 3 Oms together. Take a nice breath in. Namaste. And I don't know if Buddha had a flat belly or not, in all fairness, but you know, in his pictures he doesn't. But we can't. It's so important to be able to strengthen this space and move from this space. And we do move with grace through life. You know, if we've got a strong sense of self, we can go into a really turbulent situation and handle it with grace, with, you know, with kindness and love. But it comes from, you know, in the body, this space, if it's weak, how can it hold the heart open? You know, how can it hold this energetic? Because this, I mean, you know, the last few weeks for me, especially, I know you've been feeling a lot of it. But this is an overwhelming feeling. When the heart cracks open, it's overwhelming. And it's why a lot of us live from a space of fear so much. We live from this really scared space because it's terrifying. It's also beautiful. But if you haven't got this strength of self here to hold and to be confident in you, to allow this, because when this happens and when we get hurt, that's the strength of self that holds us. And it means that even the hurt has a beauty to it. You know, even then when we're in pain, we're able to see and stay open. If we haven't got that strong sense of self, that self-love as well, you know, for our body, for our being, for our thoughts, if we haven't got that, we close. We just close off, and it's sad. It's so sad to be like that. So, you know, while it's fun, we do the cool stuff in yoga, and yeah, but the whole point being when we're practicing is to strengthen, not just physically, energetically, emotionally, so that we can get off this mat and go and live out in that world beautifully. You know, we can interact with other people beautifully and not close. So let's try today. Notice it's a really interesting feeling. And I know you had it the other week, didn't you? Like you really feel that heart opening, and then you can feel when someone approaches you or you're in a situation and it starts to close off again, which sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you need to go, okay, no, close. But practice then coming back to that sense of self, that sense of space where you can go, okay, open again. Otherwise we stay closed. That's why having time on your own in nature, just being away from everybody, from everything, is so important, because it allows us the safety and the space